that we started back during a Labor Day parade. We had my dog dyed blue, and the people in the parade thought we should probably just join them and do the parade. And they were so excited to see her that we thought, well, you know what, maybe that this would be an opportune time for Tokai to show off in her public and go for a parade walk. So we did. We attempted a parade that year for Santa Claus Parade. The first thing we do to prepare for a parade is figure out what the theme is going to be. In Port Elgin, there was always a different theme every year. We would have to try to figure out how to make Christmas tree part of our dog theme in our Santa Claus Parade. So we would figure out the theme, and then we would figure out how we can incorporate that for the kids to make the kids happy. So it became, for instance, Poodle tree. So we had poodles in different various trees. So it's a matter of everybody gathering our friends and family and getting ideas onto how the display is going to look and who's going to make what, and the costuming for everybody, as well as what Tokai would look like in the parade.
Usually I help Mom develop the theme. I do sort of the research often behind the theme. I go online and I send pictures to all of my friends and family and assign characters to everybody and help build costumes. That's really my biggest job. I have helped dye Tokai in the past, but usually that's up to my mom, Heather. And then I usually participate. So I often ran around with Tokai in the parade when she was younger, and then now I usually walk my dog, which is Blitzen, and sometimes Zero, who's my husband's dog.
So we've done 13, I believe, Santa Claus parades in the past, and we've done Candy Cane Parade, Home for the Holidays, The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. We had Frozen one year. Sometimes it's magical. And my favorite, I think, was when we did The Grinch, actually, because Tokai looks so good, and Jenna as Cindy Lou Who. And actually, we had a Minion one, which was really popular with the kids, and Frozen was really pretty. But our very last parade in Port Elgin was we did Pokey Dog Go. So the kids really loved that.
So I think my favorite year thematically was The Grinch. Tokai, like Mom just really knocked it out of the park with Tokai. She looked so cool. I was dressed as Cindy Lou and I got to walk her, and I think people really could make that connection. Like it was pretty hard to miss that one. Frozen, the castle was beautiful, and I'm a big fan of Frozen. But I think probably The Grinch was my all-time favorite.
Tokai was a bit of a legend, not just in Port Elgin, but almost everywhere we went. Because even though she was white, she never was white. She was always creatively groomed as pink. She was purple. She was dressed with flowers on her one year. She had hearts. She was even a chicken. And so anywhere in the summer, we would take her walking and not even realizing that she's pink, because she was that way to us all the time, and it was normal. People would run out of restaurants and take her picture, and oh wow, I've never seen a pink poodle, and people would drive around 3 times around the block just to have a look at Tokai. So she became quite famous for her color in Port Elgin, because she was really the only dog that was colored. And so in the Santa Claus Parade, whenever we would come around the corner, just at the beginning of the parade, we could hear the kids from a mile back. We could hear them. "It's the pink poodle," they would scream. "It's the pink poodle. She's in it every year." Even though Tokai was not always pink in the Santa Claus Parade, she was whatever the theme was, but they still identified her as the pink poodle, and they loved her, and Tokai loved every minute of the attention she got from her people, her fans. She had a fan club. She just loved it.
I think the Santa Claus Parade is always important to the community because it obviously brings people together. You get to meet new people. You get to sort of see businesses and groups who you don't normally see, I guess, in your community. It's a lot of exposure for companies and small businesses. And you really get to see people's creative side. So sometimes you don't recognize your dog groomer in public because we wear plastic type outfits when you come for your dog to be groomed. And I think it's kind of neat for the community to see us dressed as something different and out there with our dogs. And certainly people do love to see the dogs all dressed up. So, of all the years I've done the parade, I think the biggest takeaway for me is the memories that we made, and it sounds kind of corny, but we put a lot of time and effort and energy into creating these things. So sometimes I just love it when our peers and our friends and family show up and they have these neat costumes for their dogs. There was a lady named Kelly, and she had pugs, and she always showed up. She went above and beyond. She always showed up with a really neat costume for her pugs. So getting to see that was like one of my most favorite things. But really feeling like an important part of the community was something that I loved growing up as believing, because I started this when I was a preteen. I think we started, and it was always something to look forward to every single year. My friends used to call my name from the sidelines, and that was always a great memory.
It was really it was about the children and the kids and how happy they were, and as a family and as employees and families and friends, we really had a good time that night, showing off our dogs and saying hi to clients and letting the kids pet them, and it's a good time. It's a really good time, and it's enjoyable. This year I'm looking forward to showing Norfolk County a little bit of what has been special in my hometown. So we're looking forward to this year's Santa Claus Parade in Port Dover. It'll be our first Santa Claus Parade here. We did do the Canada Day Parade just this past July, and we had Claire done up as a zebra, and people just loved her. She had as many people photograph her as Tokai used to get whenever we traveled or whenever the parades were, people saw her. So Claire thought that was just great. So, and it made me think that maybe people here would be interested in seeing what we can do for creative grooming. As a matter of fact, I have creatively groomed a few dogs in this area with orange ears and pink ears and that sort of thing. They seem to be quite receptive of it. So we are looking forward to this year's Santa Claus Parade, simply because there is no theme. So we can do exactly what we want, and we have a great surprise in store with our family and our friends, and hopefully we can pull it off. And we have a small entry, but we're quite proud of our small entry anyway, and just so that we can meet people, and people who know us and people who don't know us can see what we're doing in this area.